Still on the right side.
Where are we?
Who knows?
Tonight, the eye of the storm. I'm just gonna talk about it in the words of my man, George Gurdjieff. I had a crystallization. I want to talk about it. I want to try to further understand it. I want to accidentally say something that goes, the eye of the storm. Have you ever been in the eye of a hurricane?
I have not.
They say that it is very calm. I was thinking about that, and how that relates to thoughts, how that relates to the world, what's going on in the world, how that relates to galaxies, and then ultimately at the biggest, the most vast level, how that relates to the universe. The eye of the storm, calm. The eye of the storm. I've discussed this before about thoughts, and that every one of us have at least 50 to 150,000 thoughts that pop into our head daily. We do not have the power to stop them or prevent them. We do have the power to observe them and not latch on to them. I needed to say that because those 150,000 thoughts that are appearing into your head daily, if you allow it, if you get out of that eye and grab onto them, make you the storm. The world, I do not have the power to prevent anything that's happening right now. Neither do you. There's no one out there that has the power to prevent it. What we have the capabilities of doing by simply observing it and participating in a way that educates. I think if you were kind of observing both sides actually on what's happening, every day you wake up, that chaos grows and grows and grows, and it doesn't matter on which side, no one's winning. You ever notice that? No one's winning right now, and it's chaos. And if you're participating in either side of that, you are the chaos. You are the storm that's happening worldly. Thirdly, galaxy. Within the center of every galaxy is a black hole, the eye of the storm. If you look at a galaxy and you look at a hurricane, they're both the same exact thing, just one's larger than the other, and they're in different parts of existence. Very little is known about black holes. The only thing that makes sense is when you look at the galaxy and you see it swirling. And not only is it swirling, and it's not staying in place. Many people, when they see a galaxy, they don't think about it traveling. I mean, the universe is forever expanding. From the very beginning, it's since expanded. But that within that galaxy is that black hole. As above, so below. You know, we've started off with thoughts and the human being. And then we went to the world, the collective. Then we went to galaxy. Same concept. What's the universe made up of? A bunch of galaxies and a bunch of space in between those galaxies. From each one of these perspectives, go from a non-linear viewpoint. A linear timeline from now and now and now. And then if you want to see this from the non-linear, just come all the way up and then observe.
Meaning like things are all happening at the same time?
When you use the as above, so below, that statement is strong. It's one of the strongest statements. To be or not to be. As above, so below.
It only gets deeper though. I think the more you learn and think about those simple statements, they seem to be some of the most in-depth.
As your consciousness builds and grows, you see it from a different angle. And that is the non-linear. You go from that linear, that's interesting, to wow, holy shit, that's fascinating. Within each one of those is a safe haven. And little is known about each of them. Can you imagine if you diverted some attention to trying to understand these eyes of each of these
But
storms?
look how difficult it is to get to the center.
Where is the eye of the storm universally? Think about that. Every
Like
single
the
thing.
center of the galaxy we're in.
No, the universe.
I don't know if it's ever expanding. How could there be a center?
The only thing that we can basically work on is studying the galactic black holes, which they do all the time, and then, taking it from that point. It's a scary thing because we don't know anything about it.
As above, so below.
It's a scary thing because we don't know anything about it.
I mean, it's the exact same. It's
And
so interesting. But how difficult it is to get to the eye of the storm.
how difficult is it to find the eye of the storm, to get to it? It's difficult.
You have to go through a lot of chaos to get there.
You begin in the chaos and you're escaping. So here's all the chaos happening, and here's that place you want to be. You have to escape all the way down to it. And then once you're there, I think it's a feeling at that point that you know.
Or you can choose to stay.
And this chaos, after a while, it's going to get comfortable.
Comfortable chaos.
And that's why a lot of people choose not to go here. The correlation of all these things with our thoughts, our collective as a world, what's happening with the world, the galactic black hole storm universally. And, since everything's infinite, I'm sure there's something past that and past that. I can't remember where I read this, but think about this question. We can't think past thought. We're incapable. Anyways, take it for what it's worth. I wanted to just fucking throw it out there, and it kind of
gives a lot to think about. I think it's a very fascinating.
I know for a fact it's still making questions happening with me, and I hope that does the same thing with everybody else. And until we see you again, where are we again?
Mystery.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery.
And today is a gift.
That's why they call it the present.